Hello, everybody. This is Sean Bennett with Frequency 140 Movies. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're going to have a discussion of the big three horror films, but in a tier setup. So we're going to kind of discuss the big three individually, and then we'll have a group discussion. But we're going to start this tonight with one of my favorite, one of the biggest, Halloween. So basically, what we're going to do is here we're going to discuss the movies, different aspects of the movies, where we kind of rate them, and why we think that they're where they are in the mix and in the whole timeline here. So because there's a lot to choose from. Halloween is a very it's let's see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 13 13. So there you go. Friday 13th and then 13 Halloweens. That's crazy. I don't know. Conspiracy theories. Anyway, we're going to get this thing started tonight. So basically, the way my tiers work is I've rated them based on my favorite Halloween candies. So obviously, the best being Reese's Cups. We know that. Secondly, is going to be Snickers. So right below Reese's, not as good, but it's good. It's cool. Right below that, Charms Blow Pops. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're still holding strong. Uh, Candy corn. I know there's a lot of candy corn fans out there, but I'm not one of them. I'm just not. But then the worst of the worst, the least favorite, right? That's going to be Circus Peanuts. So the worst Halloween movie of all time is going to be right there with Circus Peanuts. That's how we're ranking them. So you kind of see where we're going here. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with Halloween. The Night He Came Home. This is 1978. It is the original. It is the movie that introduced us to Michael Myers. And in my opinion, the greatest Halloween or horror film villain of all time. That's just my opinion, but he's pure evil. I mean, the blackest eyes, right? I mean, you can't go any darker than this. This guy was just the baddest of the baddest, in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and put Halloween, the original 1978, right here on Reese's Cups. Hey, look at that. So here we go. Here's the start of it. Okay, right? Now, Halloween, the Halloween series gave us an introduction not only to Michael Myers, but also Laurie Strode, who portrayed by Jamie Lee Curtis, and her mother is Janet Leigh. So she comes from a lineage of scream queens, if you will, right? Her mother was in the original Psycho. She was the woman in the shower. So here we go, Halloween 2. We got Jamie Lee Curtis. We got Donald Pleasance back, of course. This one takes place in the hospital. I really liked the hospital setting. I liked the first two, really, the cinematography, how they used it really made me feel like Halloween. Brought me into the whole Halloween type vibe. So they carried on even though the majority of the movie takes place pretty much in the hospital. It's still a very Halloween type vibe. It's Halloween night in a hospital. You feel that. So we're going to look right here, and I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go ahead and put Halloween 2 right up there, same place, Reese's Cups. That's just because they're the originals, right? That's what kind of started this whole thing. And I know it wasn't really necessarily planned this way, but it worked out, and I think they made it work the best they could. So we got Halloween 1, Halloween 2. Let's move right along to one of the more controversial choices of the Halloween franchise. This is going to be Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Oh, yeah, a lot of people aren't going to agree with this one, but this is one of my favorites. It may not be one of the scariest, but and it definitely goes off the rails as far as, you've got a cameo of Michael Myers, if anything. Um, but other than that, no Michael Myers in this one. But I liked it because, again, really got me was the box cover. That started the whole thing because on the box cover you see the kids walking in the dusk and you've got the skull behind them, and it's just, again, gives you in that Halloween vibe. And then of course the mask situation, if you've ever seen the movie, and that onto itself is a classic horror scene when the mask attacks the kid and the snakes and all the bugs. It's great. And then the laser that blows the lady's face off. Anyway, not giving too much away, but we're going to go Halloween 3, and guess what? It's going right there with Snickers. It is. It's a Snickers. It's a Snickers pick for me. So here we go. Moving right along. Now we're back on track. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And it is The Return of Michael Myers. I enjoyed this. I liked Michael coming back. I liked the story that was being told. Didn't like the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis wasn't involved, but that's contracts in Hollywood and all that good stuff that goes along with that. But it's cool. They did all right, especially reinventing the story or bringing it back into context. So we're going to go ahead and put Halloween 4 right here. We're going to put that again, Snickers. I'm going to give it a Snickers. All right. Now we start to get a little wonky in my tiers. We're coming up on Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Lost me. Totally lost me on this one. We start getting into things that just, nah, I ain't got nothing for it. I just don't. So we're going to go ahead and put, let's see, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. That's going to go right here with Candy Corn. It's not the worst, but it definitely, it ain't there for me. Because we start getting into the whole, what is it, the thorn, and I just I can't handle that, you know. So there you go, Candy Corn. Our first Candy Corn is Halloween Part 5. Let's move right along. Let's see. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Ain't much to say about this one. Circus Peanuts. It's just straight up Circus Peanuts. The whole coming back and the original doctor, the overseer from the first movie that you didn't really see or know, and all of a sudden he was behind Michael being born and a cult like thing, and this whole it just gets so discombobulated, loses all train of thought pretty much. I mean, in my opinion, it just loses the whole context of what we're doing here. Jumping the shark, if you will. But so we're gonna put right there Halloween Part 6, Curse of Michael Myers. There you go, Circus Peanuts. All right. Make sure I got my. All right, so here we go. Halloween H2O, The Return, right, of Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, this kind of jumps and isn't really. It stays in line with the past couple of films, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. Um, the only thing that kind of gets me is the mask. That's the biggie for me. Is the mask. That's when you kind of get the CGI. They start messing around with that type of technology, but didn't really work out in the way that they probably had hoped. Not the worst. Definitely not the best. For me, I'm going to go and put this in Candy Corn. Okay. Still looking for our first blow pop here. All right, let's see here. Moving right along. Halloween Resurrection. Yeah. Not. No, Buster Rhymes. Not digging it. Can't handle it. Don't want to handle it. I gave it a shot. Just don't work for me. I don't like the reality show aspect of it. Again, you're losing your thought process here. So we're gonna go ahead and just put this one right and Circus Peanuts. Say okay. Now here we go. Entering into the Rob Zombie phase of Halloween. All right. So Rob Zombie, much like Carpenter, didn't really want to make a series of movies. Pretty much wanted to keep it just one good story, and of course, contracts being contracts, they talked him into it, and he pretty much said the only way I'll make a sequel is if you let me out, so I don't have to make three. Uh, and so we got Rob Zombie's take on Halloween. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I did. I thought this was a great reimagining. It had the cinematography that took you back to the 70s at the time. The attire, the soundtrack, just it made you feel like Halloween in Illinois. With the atmosphere and everything, the leaves blowing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one, Rob Zombie's Halloween, his take. This is going to go right here with Snickers. Okay. Looking for our first blow pop. All right. I think I got this one. I think I got my first blow pop on this one simply because a lot of people don't like this because, again, Rob Zombie really wasn't into it. Didn't really fit, but at the same time, I got to give it to Tyler Mane. A great portrayal of Michael Myers in both these films. A hulking, towering man, very menacing, and the fact that the design of the mask at the time, so you actually get to see part of his face and the kind of the beard type thing. So a really good take on the character and the villain. So I'm gonna go ahead and yes, Halloween 2, even with the white horse that made no sense. It's okay. It's gonna go right here with the blow pop. There we go. Our first Charms blow pop of the evening, folks. Halloween 2. All right, now that is Rob Zombie's Halloween because we only got two of them. All right, so you got Danny McBride, you've got David Gordon Green. Those two are the kind of the masterminds behind this reboot. You got Jamie Lee Curtis returning, Laurie Strode, and this takes place amongst everything else that's gone on beforehand. This one is supposed to take place directly after the original Halloween, way back in '78. This new one takes place right after that, but it's like 30 years later. So this is like the sequel to that whole first series. I liked it. I really, really liked it. I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite by no means. Wasn't my favorite, so it's going to go right here with the Snickers. Right? I dug what they were trying to do here. I like the new portrayal. I like the fact they brought back the original Michael Myers. I like the fact that you had not only the daughter of Laurie Strode, but now the granddaughter. You kind of got some backstory. So I like what they were doing here. So there you go. Many props. Next in line, same era here. Halloween Kills. All right. I really like this one. I mean, it was enough camp, there was enough horror, there was enough I don't know, nostalgia, because it starts out with a flashback scene and you see that on Halloween night '78 from the viewpoint of the police officers, and you get the backstory, and then of course you've got Anthony Michael Hall who's portraying Tommy Doyle. You've got returning as the nurse from the original movie. And then, of course, you got the characters that were supposed to be the little girl that was with Tommy. They were, the two kids in the first one. So they've got a lot of returning characters, and so they're keeping it really close here, and I dig it. And the fact they also threw in this one the part where the kids at the park at the merry-go-round with the masks on from Halloween 3. That's just I like that touch. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put Halloween Kills. It's right up there with the Reese's Cups for me, buddy. It is. That's kind of a tricky one, but yep. All right, so here we go, coming to the end here, literally. Halloween Ends, right? So the very last one of this series, and this is supposed to be it. Divisive, you know. I liked what the potential it had. I don't necessarily like the execution. Saw what they were trying to do here, trying to kind of pass the torch. But I just didn't like the portrayal of Corey. I just thought that was a little bit too much. And also, and I know a lot of people say, well, Michael Myers has gotten older. Yeah, but I mean, just to be able to defeat him right there with your bare hands, in a sewer drain, it just didn't do it for me, especially after all these years of watching all this carnage. Because again, Michael Myers, guys, this is why it's one of the big three. Michael Myers is just, again, pure evil. There's no reason, no rhyme, there's no revenge. Because even with Jason and Freddy, you've got a revenge aspect here. There is no revenge for Michael Myers. He's just born to kill. That's what he does. And so that's why he is like the ultimate villain. So I don't see, this 19, 20-year-old kid taking him out with his bare hands. Sorry. So we're going to go ahead and put Halloween Ends right here, guys. It's going to go, it's not the worst, but candy corn. So there we go. That is where it ends up right there. So our Reese's Cups are Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween Kills. Our Snickers are Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, the Halloween Rob Zombie version, and then the Halloween with Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, right, at the helm. In terms of Blow Pops, we've got Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie, right? Candy Corn, Halloween 5, H2O, and Halloween Ends. And then Circus Peanuts, we've got Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and then Halloween Resurrection. So, that's my opinion. That's my rundown. Everybody's entitled to their own, but please leave your comments, and we'll see if we can chat back and forth on this. But guys, thank you so much. Keep tuning in. Again, we're going to have a corresponding, Ben and myself will be having a group discussion that'll be coming soon about Halloween, and see where we kind of match things up. And hopefully you guys look out for that. But as always, like, subscribe, join us anytime you can, and from me to you, geeks, freaks, and nerds unite. Let's take over the world.